Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to show you how to grow beautiful and spicy Scotch bonnet peppers from seed all the way to harvest. So I have these pepper seeds and the first batch was a little slow to sprout. So for this batch I'm actually going to soak them overnight before putting them into a peat pellet to germinate. I want to get about 4 Scotch bonnet plants this year, so I'm trying to put about 8 seeds into the water here. I ended up with 9. But that's good to have an extra, and I'm just going to let them sit in this shallow tray of water overnight to speed up the germination process, hopefully. All right, it's the next day, and these seeds are a little waterlogged after soaking all night. They've sunk to the bottom of our tray, and I've also soaked some peat pellets to get them hydrated to start our seeds in. I'm going to be using this muffin tray that I just saved out of the trash. It had some pre-made muffins in it from the store, but it looks like a perfect apparatus to use as a humidity dome. It's actually got, all these recesses for different peat plugs to just sit right in, and then I can open and close the lid to control the humidity. So I'm going to be using it in this video, and we'll see how it goes. These peppers will germinate best if they're exposed to temperatures in the 80 to 90 degree Fahrenheit range. And since that's warmer than my house, I'm going to be putting them on top of this heat mat here, which should bring up the temperature of that soil. Planting each seed is a fairly simple process though. I just use a toothpick to make a couple depressions in each one of these peat plugs, and then I drop a seed into each corresponding hole. Like I said, I did end up with 9 seeds instead of 8, so one of these peat plugs is going to have 3 holes in it instead of 2. But I just add each seed to a hole and then cover it with 1/8 to 1/4 inch of soil, getting it nice and packed down on top. But then I'm just closing the lid of this muffin container to trap some humidity in and leaving it to rest on my heat mat. And now's the hardest part, waiting for them to sprout. What's up guys? It is the morning of day 6 and it looks like our soaking worked. As you can see, I've got 4 little seedlings popping up, 1 in each peat plug. These 4 here on this side are the Scotch bonnets. I added 2 other peppers here just because this muffin tray was so perfect. But yeah, 4 popping up, pretty good germination. So at this point, what I'm gonna do is actually put lights over these guys, and that should help them pop up more and start to grow. All right, it's only been 24 hours since that last clip, and as you can see, we've gotten pretty good germination since then. Every plug has at least 2 seeds coming up, and this one actually has 3, so pretty happy with that. I guess the soaking of the seeds did the trick, and I'll keep you guys updated. So it's been a couple more weeks for these little Scotch bonnets, and as you can see, they're coming along nicely. Each of them is working on their first set of true leaves. So if you're not familiar, kind of these first leaves that come up with the pepper plant are the cotyledons. Those are just kind of built into the seeds, and these are actually true kind of pepper plant leaves here that come afterwards. So at this point, I normally like to kind of fertilize them, and it's a good time to pot them up. We did end up getting perfect germination with these after the soaking, so I planted 9 seeds. We have 9 seedlings here. Unfortunately though, with kind of these smaller sized peat pellets, I haven't had a ton of luck dividing them. It normally seems to kind of stunt at least one of them that you divide, and I don't really need more than 4 Scotch bonnet plants this year. So what I am going to do before I pot them up is I'm just going to thin them and pick the best looking seedling out of each pod, which is kind of sad, but it'll make the other do a lot better. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to just put them in potting soil and pot them up. And to pot them up, I just have some yogurt containers here that I've made some holes in the bottom for drainage. So I'll probably do that, then give them a little fertilizer. So I also got these tomato seeds from Baker Creek when I ordered the peppers. They were kind of a free seed. They were spoon tomatoes, which it says are one of the smallest tomato varieties out there. So I'm going to be doing the same thing with them today during this video. Just interested to kind of see how these go throughout this season too. Just some little tiny tomatoes. Sound pretty cool. But let's get started on these guys. So I've got each of these thinned to 1 pepper per pod, and next it's just super simple. I'm gonna put them just as is with some fresh potting soil into these yogurt cups. So between this and the muffin tin, this has kind of been a upcycling video. But we don't have to do anything special. You can see the roots are already growing through kind of this biodegradable little netting. So we really just have to put them in there with some dirt. All right, so here we are. I'm going to put these things out in the greenhouse now. It's getting warm enough, I think they can handle it. Here's those tomatoes too. I'm excited for those. Not doing a dedicated video on them or anything, but just think they sound interesting. So maybe if you've grown them, let me know in the comments how it went, and if you liked them. I'm looking forward to growing them for the first time this year. Again, they're called spoon tomatoes. Sound pretty neat. But those are the Scotch bonnets. I mentioned the cotyledons earlier. Typically the seeds have enough energy to get the plant kind of through this phase in them, but once they start getting true leaves, they need a little fertilizer. They will get some organic fertilizer just from this fresh potting soil, but to give them an extra head start, I'm gonna mix up a dilution of this fish and seaweed fertilizer. It's pretty weak, so the seedlings can handle it, but I'm also gonna mix it up with a gallon of water and just a couple teaspoons of it, and then bottom water them with it once they're in the greenhouse. So I'll probably give you guys an update once I go to transplant these out of these cups, but until then I'll just be keeping them watered, and again starting watering them with some of this. These Scotch bonnet plants have done great in the greenhouse, and over the last week or so I've been exposing them to more and more direct sunlight just to get them hardened off and ready for life outside full time. But they're looking great, so today I'm going to transplant them from these yogurt cups into some 5-gallon grow bags. My pepper plants seem to really like these bags. I've actually had this set for over 2 years now. This will be their 3rd season. So they've got some soil in them already. I'm gonna give them a quick refresh with some homemade compost, and then I will plant these up. Next, I'm just digging a hole about the size of the yogurt cup. Here's my plant in the yogurt cup. I'm gonna pop them out. You can see we got some roots showing through the sides there. Pretty good root development on these. To give those roots a little boost though, I'm actually gonna use this DYNOMYCO. It's a fungus inoculant that will actually bond with the roots and just make them extra healthy, give them what they need. So I'm gonna sprinkle a little of this in the bottom of the hole, and then I'll set this on it. You don't need too much of this, maybe just a tablespoon for a new plant like this. And you want it to come into direct contact with the roots when you plant it. So I'm just gonna set my plant down in there, now that we've got it sprinkled, and just firm them up. Now all that's left to do is to water them in well, but I'll update you guys once they get a little bigger and maybe start flowering and having some peppers. All right, it's been a minute since my last update on these Scotch bonnet plants. More specifically, it's been exactly 1 month since I put them into these 5-gallon grow bags. So I'm pretty happy with this growth. I haven't fertilized them anymore or anything like that. This is all just from those nutrients we added to the grow bags when we transplanted them. But we've had really long days and good rain, so just regular watering and the sunshine has helped them grow this big. You may have noticed that there's only 3. In my last video there was 4, so I did lose one. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but he just wilted and never came back. So it happens. That's normally why if I'm stoked on one pepper for the year, I grow multiple, just because, yeah, stuff happens. But one of the most exciting updates 1 month out is that we now have flower buds on these plants. So pretty much everywhere that the plants are forking, which they've done a great job of on their own, they've kind of spread out to these wider canopies. But yeah, we have flower buds, which is very exciting, and I will probably update you guys again once those flower buds open and we start to get some little Scotch bonnet peppers. Okay, it's been 12 days since my last video, so this is just about a 2-week update on these Scotch bonnet plants in these 3 grow bags here. You can tell they don't look much different, but the big update for today is that we actually do have some small Scotch bonnet peppers where those first few flowers were. You can see some on this plant. You can see a couple on this plant. So that's really exciting. We still have flowers forming and new little peppers forming as well. So kind of all 3 stages. We got buds, flowers, and fruit at this stage. So that's an exciting update. I'm gonna fertilize these a little bit today just with a general purpose fertilizer, just to keep them growing through all 3 stages of that flowering and fruiting process. Today I'm putting about a tablespoon of this general purpose fertilizer that has calcium added as well around the base of each plant, but not touching the stem, just around the grow bag. And what that'll do is just keep them going strong through this flowering and fruiting process. Ensure strong fruit, strong branches, and a lot more flowers, which will be really cool. I don't know if you saw in my first video clip of this update, check out these purple peppers next to it. These are called some tiger peppers that I'm growing this year, and the plant is very dark as well, which is cool. And then also between these 2 Scotch bonnets here, I have a hatch chili plant that's just going crazy. So look at these hatch chilies. These things are awesome. They're getting pretty big. It's a big Jim hatch. Can go up to 12 inches. So peppers are my main thing. So if you haven't yet, but you're still watching this video, be sure to subscribe to keep updated on all my pepper plants and not just these Scotch bonnets. All right, it's officially summer. It's late evening and this is the first time it's below 100. All the peppers are popping off, but I wanted to give an update on these 3 Scotch bonnet plants because we have Scotch bonnets ready to pick. You can see down here, the first couple have started ripening on each plant. Got orange Scotch bonnets, so that's exciting. This one actually only has 1 starting to turn, but I'm sure the rest will go in the following days. But yeah, just been regularly watering these. It's been really hot, but they don't seem to mind that too much because we have all these peppers and I'm about to pick them. All right, check these things out. Beautiful orange color on these. See how many I get. These ones that are yellow with just some patches of green still, and even these that are just starting to turn yellow, I'm gonna leave, and I'm just picking these ones that are this deep orange for now to add to my little stash here. All right, I got 11, so not too bad for a first harvest. That's plenty to make a batch of sauce out of these because they're pretty spicy, and there's definitely way more still left on the plants than I picked. So I'll probably do a follow-up video once these all start to turn. All right, it's only been 4 more days. I actually had some more turn yesterday, so I picked 2 more yesterday. So we're up to 13 total, and we have even more now. So I'm about to pick all of these that are orange, and then we'll see how many we got now. More beautiful yellow orange Scotch bonnets. Some of these have had this really cool tail on them that I really didn't notice when I was picking them the other day. So there's another one with just a little bitty tail. So that's pretty cool. All right, we had 13 Scotch bonnet peppers and we more than doubled that amount today. This is 17, so that brings it to an even 30 Scotch bonnets that we have harvested from these plants. While I'm over here next to them, I do want to show you, these are the spoon tomatoes that I started at the same time as the Scotch bonnets. They've been a really fun tomato plant to have this season, and they're making just the smallest little tomatoes. They're almost like little berries, and they've been really good to snack on, so I would recommend those as well. And thank you, Baker Creek, for sending those free seeds with those. But I do think I'm gonna close this video out here. These plants have more Scotch bonnets on them. As you can see, there's one turning here, and we have a couple more turning, and they're just loaded with green peppers as well. And they'll continue to produce for the rest of the summer. But we've done the intent of the video. We have grown Scotch bonnets from seed to harvest. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't, and you can see what I'm gonna do with these peppers. And thank you so much for watching this one. See ya.